Welcome to DF Education Portal. So in the previous class we discussed till about the colloid or colloidal solution, right? So in case of solution we have solute particle and solvent particles. By gathering or by adding the solute and solvent particles we are getting a solution, right? Similarly, when we take the case of colloid or colloidal solution, it have two components. Okay, first one is dispersed phase and other one is dispersing medium. Okay, so this dispersed phase means it is actually equal to the solute particles. That means the particle which is dispersed within that bulk medium, we can call it as dispersed phase. Okay, and this dispersing medium means in which medium the particles are dispersed. We can call this medium as dispersing medium. Okay, so it is actually similar to solvent particles within the solution, and this is similar to the solute particle within the solution. Okay, so this component must be in less amount than this component must be in large amount. So we can say that in colloid or colloidal solution, dispersed phase is actually in lesser composition and dispersing medium is actually in larger composition. So within bracket I am writing like this: larger quantity, here small quantity, okay, or less quantity, here that is larger quantity. Okay, so by combining this dispersed phase and dispersing medium, we are getting a colloid or colloidal solution. So like this, the particle in a colloid, this is actually dispersing medium, and the small solute particles, like particles, we can call it as what? Dispersed phase. These are dispersed phase and this is dispersing medium. This is dispersing medium and this is dispersed phase. Okay, so when we can take this three states, okay, gaseous state, liquid state and solid state. So at first we are taking this dispersing medium as gaseous. Okay, so this is dispersing medium and this is dispersed phase. Okay, so the larger quantity we are taking gaseous. Okay, so in that gaseous dispersing medium, if liquid particles are present as dispersed phase, we can call that colloid or colloidal solution as aerosol. Okay, it's an example. The example is cloud, fog, mist, like that. Okay, that means water components are present within that air. Okay, so we can call that as fog or cloud. Okay, so similarly, when there is presence of solid particles as dispersed phase in a gaseous dispersing medium, we can call that as aerosol itself, and the example is smoke. Okay, actually the smoke will contain solid particles as dispersed phase and dispersing medium is actually gaseous. Okay, and the next one is liquid as dispersing medium. Okay, so in the liquid component we are having gaseous dispersed phase. That means these are gaseous and this is liquid. So we can call that colloid system as foam. Its example is shaving cream, and if there is liquid is present within this liquid, we can call it as emulsion. The mixture of oil and water, we can call it as what? Emulsion, because within the water we will have oil as dispersed phase. Okay, so we can call that as what? Actually this is an example for suspension, because the particle size is larger, right? So if the particle size is less, in case of milk, that means what? Within the water we have milk components, right? So milk particles are dispersed phase and water is dispersing medium. So it's an example for emulsion. The example is milk. Okay, so similarly in liquid dispersing medium we have solid dispersed phase, we can call it as salt. It's an example for salt colloid particle is what? Mud. Okay, then the next section is solids are behaving as dispersing medium and the gas, liquid and solid as dispersed phase. So within this solid dispersing medium we have gaseous dispersed phase. We can call that as foam. It's an example for this foam is what? Rubber, sponge, like that. Okay, that means sponge, if we are compressing the sponge, we can compress the sponge because the dispersed phase is actually gas. So if we are applying pressure to the sponge, we can actually compress the sponge. Okay. So if there is presence of liquid as dispersed phase within this solid particle, we can call it as gel. Example is jelly and cheese. Okay. So similarly, if the dispersed phase is solid and the dispersing medium is solid, we can call that as solid salt. Example is milky glass and colored gemstones. Okay. So that's all about suspension and colloid. Okay. So when we are if you are noted this one, I am rubbing this. So when we are comparing the solution, suspension and colloid, when we are comparing this solution, colloid and suspension, colloid and suspension. So first one is particle size. Okay, so in the case of solution, the particle size is less than 1 nanometer. Okay, less than 1 nanometer, and the colloid 1 and 100, in between 1 and 100 nanometer, here greater than 100 nanometer. Okay, and actually the solution is stable. We can't settle down the solute particles within the solution if we are keeping it for undisturbed. Okay, so it's actually stable. This is stable and this is not stable, unstable. Okay, and we can't see the particles within the solution by naked eye. We can't see particles by naked eye. Here also can't see particle by naked eye. Here we can see particles by naked eye, and if we are passing a beam of light, the solute particles will not scatter a beam of light in case of solution. Not scattering beam of light, therefore not visible. Right? The beam of light is not visible. So here scattering and it is visible. Beam of light is visible. Here this scattering is in large amount because the particle size is greater, right? So clearly visible beam of light. Okay, and the next point is what? We can't separate the solution particles, means the solute particles and solvent particles within the solution, because means only by chemical method we can separate the solute and solvent particles. In case of colloid and suspension, we can separate colloid particles by centrifugation. In case of suspension, we can separate by filtration method. Okay. So these are the main points of difference in case of solution, colloid and suspension. Okay, this scattering of beam of light and visibility of beam of light, together we can call it as Tyndall effect. Okay, so that's all about solution, colloid and suspension. Thank you.